that games put bots in to pretend to be like real players.
At what fucking level do you need to be to play arena? Holy shit!
Alright, I'm loading in by myself. Yeah.
You'll have to try. Maybe tomorrow if you want. Try out. Wait, are you gonna be off tonight or are you gonna be
I couldn't even hear what you were saying, hey. The heli was really loud.
Oh, okay. Do you wanna, are you staying up tonight or are you going to bed early?
No, I'm staying up tonight. I woke up late.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you wanna play Siege later on?
Siege?
Like later on? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Is there an update? Should I download it again?
Download
Because
it.
last time I played it, right, I had to wait, like, I can't even remember because there was an update. So is there a new update?
No, there hasn't been an update in ages.
See, I can't, like, really test damage output with just one player, right? But I just took a shot of a shotgun at relatively, like, medium long range, and you can see that the pellets do hit the wall still.
Oh yeah. Well,
I drank the beer on the
Siege.
way back. Hmm? So I'm just gonna change the optics for the M13. I've got no attachments on it. I'm just gonna add scopes on it. I might need to kill myself every time I change it though. Let's find out. Yeah, if you change it close enough to when you spawn, it just automatically gives you the new gun.
Yes.
But sometimes if you change your loadout, it kills you. Like, well, I mean, like, it doesn't let you do it, so you have to die for it to reset. Alright, so I got the first optic on it now. There's like tons of the same thing, but they all have pros and cons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you can have this, but you can't have this. You can have that, but that's bad about it.
Oh no, like for an example, right? Anytime you put an optic onto your gun, it typically makes it easier to see enemies, right? So it gives you like a clear picture, but it typically slows down aim down sight speed by a tiny bit. It's typically not noticeable, but when you have tons of other attachments, if all your attachments reduce aim down sight speed, you'll eventually notice it.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
of course it will.
Alright, so I've already changed it. I'm gonna die so you can see a different type.
Hopefully every kid in the world landed with me this time again. Yep, there's...
Attachments, I do believe that the gunsmith's the best part of the game. Like, without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That they've actually tried and that.
Oh yeah, and I don't know how much of it is real, right? But they made it seem so, like, grounded in reality. And it's realistic for there, like, to be tons of different attachments that do the same thing. So it makes sense. And I like it that they're doing it this way. Because in previous Call of Duties, like, for an example, in Black Ops 1, you had two different types of reflex sights. You had, like, the circle one, and then you had the square one. And in this one, it has all the different types.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In Siege, reflex is triangle.
From the gameplay that I'm going to record for you, you'll notice what I mean. It's not the reticles inside the
Like
optic.
the shape of it.
It's the shape of it, yeah. So this is the first holographic sight, and let me check its name. It's called Corp Combat Holo Sight, and this is an American one. But there's like 2 or 3 others.
With fucking America, they're always like, oh, stealthy combat, something, something.
To be honest, I reckon Russia is a lot more like that as well. Well, don't forget that they've made tons of firearms in the past that are very, very like well known across the world. And you'll see that there's a design difference between the Russian and the American stuff. Like the Russian reflex sight that you see first would be like a small circle. So this is like the first ACOG-like scope. And like you can tell that it's zoomed in and it's still super clear, so you can see enemies real easy.
Like the far zoomed sight is ACOG in Siege.
Yeah.
But in like some cases it's really not. In some cases holographic is a lot better. And the shape of holographic is a square.
Yeah.
And holographic is like one of the most zoomed scopes because it goes in order. So red dot is a really small circle with a dot in the middle. Reflex is, I'm pretty sure, a circle again. And with that circle, you have like a triangle sort of thing in the middle of it. And then on the tip is where the bullet goes. On the holographic, there's like a little, it's a square, and there's a little, there's like a little circle in the middle of it with a little dot in the middle of that. That's where the bullet goes. And then with ACOG looks like ACOG in all games, pretty much.
Yeah. I know how like Siege works.
Like 5. With the 3 and then the 5 and then the little arrow thing across the line, yeah. Just shut up, mate. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I know, but I don't know.
A lot of the normal like reflex sights in this game are just red dots.
Oh, okay.
But I think what they mean by reflex is the fact that it's just there for like low zoom, just easier target acquisition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they do have like heaps of different variants of the same reflex sight. And the lowest zoom, not including the red dots, are the ACOG magnification variants. So you have typically 3 times magnification and 3.25. You can have sniper scopes that go all the way up to 7. And maybe even higher than that I haven't seen yet.
Burst out of my inventory, no cunt landed here. I've got 1 kill. Normally by now I have like fucking 10.
Oh yeah.
I'm triggered.
You also have like 3 different like hybrid sights as well. So this hybrid sight is actually first came into Call of Duty, to my knowledge, in Modern Warfare 3.
Okay.
So it's like a holographic sight if you zoom, so you get rid of the magnification, right? And you just press L3 or whatever button you decide to map it to increase the magnification, and it turns it into an ACOG.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's like the person that I've got you to play with the
yeah, Glaz.
Glaz.
Yeah,
like,
it's
so
similar to that.
Russian, and his monocle is like, because you can flip it off and on like a sniper.
Yeah.
That was the aim of the gun. Be like a sort of sniper marksman rifle thing.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I have him.
Classed as a marksman rifle.
Yeah, because of its damage output.
Yeah.
But this hybrid sight is of American design, to my memory. Let me just check it again. It doesn't tell you, but I'm pretty certain this is American because of the holographic sight, and because it was used in Modern Warfare 3 by the Americans when the Russians were invading America. So let me just change the optic again.
I'm triggered.
So this is the Apex 5 holographic sight. This is a Russian version. I'm gonna kill myself so I spawn in with it.
Oh, hey Jamie. Thank you. Fucking score.
Now, this is actually one of my favorite sights because it just looks so clean. Like, it zooms it in a bit. Not by much, but so it's easy to see targets.
Stuffing my face with Macca's.
Oh, where's mine, you bastard?
Oh no!
And this is a Russian reflex sights, but it doesn't have just a normal dot. It has like the holographic circle, kind of, which is green, and it has a very small green dot in the middle of it. And you can customize all the actual reticles as well. So if you wanted to, you can change that green circle so it's nothing but a blue dot if you killed enough people with it.
Okay. So
And then you have, yeah, all of it's customizable. This is another hybrid scope, which I also think came in Modern Warfare 3. And it has an ACOG scope, right? But on top of the ACOG scope, you just have like a reflex sight. And when you press your L3 button to toggle between the scopes, your character just looks like up or down from the scope. And you can change the reticles for these too, but you need to actually get kills with a different hybrid scope before you actually get to customize this one. Which I think kinda sucks, but also kinda makes sense. Like, they should just make it so that any hybrid scope that you use counts towards the challenge of getting to customize it. And this is my favorite reflex scope because of how small it is. You know how
like, the smaller the better in that game.
I don't know. Just it pleases my OCD. The frame for the scope, it's thin, so it doesn't actually get in the way when you're trying to aim down sights.
Oh.
And it has the classic red dot in the middle. Yeah. It's called the GI Mini Reflex. You'll see it when you... Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's when you're aiming down sights, unless the person's like super far away, he won't be hidden by the frame of the optic. So
that's a downside about Siege. The fucking outlines of the fucking scopes are so fat.
Yeah, they are. It disorientates me sometimes. That's why I wish like the field of view was a bit better.
And I want to show you something when we hop on Siege. So before we go into a real game, I want to show you something in a custom game.
Oh yeah.
So you can shit all over people's head with this, and they won't expect it because it's like they can't see you. You're invisible to them.
Oh, sick. Yeah, this game has its problems with like terrible camera angles and shit. So you'll get to enjoy that as well.
It's fucking COD. There's always fucking camera.
Oh, this one's like. It's super noticeable. It's not as bad as the previous intros. This is the Russian version of the ACOG, and as you can tell, the frame for it is thick as fuck, but the zoom's really nice. I think it's actually a little bigger than the previous one. Nah, it's 3 times magnification, so it's a typical ACOG.
Just so you know, nigga.
That's an alright recoil pattern for just an optic.
Well, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit?
Now, this reflex sight, to my knowledge, is a Russian one. And it's like a circle reflex scope, like a red dot, like a circle red dot.
And have you realized with the Russian people on Siege, all the Russian things are different from other people? Did you know that?
Yes, I've noticed the attachments for the weapons and shit are different. So you know the red dot sight for the AK-12 in Siege?
What's the AK-12 again?
Yeah, the AK-12 that's on Kapkan and probably on other Russian operatives.
Wait, is that the AR one?
Yeah, the assault rifle, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
And
you
you
know
wanna
how
know
you've got
another
the circle red dot that has like the weird metal block underneath it?
Yeah.
That was the red dot that was typically used in Black Ops 1.
Oh.
And
I didn't mind playing Black Ops 1. I liked Black Ops 1. I played it a lot, actually.
so did I.
Because that was one of my first games.
I was
That was
shit
one
at
of
it
my
though.
first, like, story games.
Ah, yeah.
Because I was pretty young when I played it. I ain't gonna
Oh.
lie, boy. I was pretty young.
I was in middle
I was
school
like-
when I was playing it.
Holy fuck, this kid has a heavy sniper. I'm scared. Heavy snipers one-shot you in the head.
Oh, yeah. This is the red dot scope, which was pretty much in Black Ops 1. It was the scope that I was literally just talking about for Capcan.
This gun's broken. So in Fortnite now there's mythic guns. So
What's that, like,
they do-
high tier?
Yeah, they're the best guns in the game. They're like broken. Like they shoot faster, they deal way more damage. Shoot way faster.
Wow, that sounds kind of broken.
It is. It's broken as fuck.
Wow.
It's like the Fortnite community is dying. If you have Twitter, you would know. Like, cause if you go
I
on
don't use
Twitter
Twitter.
a lot. Yeah, I don't use it either. But I've seen YouTube clips of it.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit's insane. Like, rip Fortnite's kind of dying.
Yeah.
There's literally a song, like a Fortnite YouTuber made this song called Fortnite's Kinda Dying. And it's even, like, Fortnite's kinda dying. It was all fun until we started trying. Fortnite's kinda dying.
Oh yeah, I know the tune that they've parodied as well. We didn't start the fire. I don't remember the rest of the song. It's an old song. It's actually really catchy. I'll send you a link to it. It's a good song. But yeah, that's what he's parodying. But this is the M13, which is kind of similar to the ICR, from my guess, and it has a sniper scope on it. And yeah, like a sniper scope with 4.4 times magnification, and enemies will see a glint of the sniper scope, so it lets them know that there's a fucking sniper staring at them. And by itself, it's not the best, because a full auto gun, you're gonna miss your mark quite a lot. But you can change it so you got like semi-auto, so you can shoot individually, and like it's a lot more accurate and shit. And if you can, some guns, they have ammunition conversion kits, so you can have high caliber bullets that shoot like more damage, essentially. So you can turn it into a full-on marksman rifle if you want, or you can put attachments on to make it turn into like a SMG hybrid kind of thing. There's tons of options out there. Rest in peace, Kobe.
I know he's really good at the game too.
He's the dude with the heavy rifle.
Nah, I fucked up that kid with the heavy sniper.
Oh yeah.
The one where I fucking stole it off. I killed it and stole it off him. It was insane how fucking hard he got shot on.
Rip. This is a night vision thermal scope, essentially.
Fuck me, I'm dead. This kid's so good. Holy fuck. Just chill, bro, chill. I killed him. I sprayed him with the broken gun.
Really?
I sprayed him with the mythic gun. What a shit kid. You're trash, good. He's spectating me too. Oh,
Is he?
Shit. Teabag your body gun. You're so fucking bad. Oh, it's a 1v1. Last person. I'm just about to win my 3 games in a row.
Nice.
Holy fuck. I'm scared.
You can see all my dead bodies because they keep dying at the same spot.
I'm scared this kid probably has a heavy sniper. Oh, he just got out of a build battle to the sweat, so...
And this is the reflex scope, which is called the monocle in this game. And it's literally just the red dot for glass, and it is my favorite. I love the shape. I love the shape.
I choose you. And he's dead 3 games in a row. Fuck me. I should be recording this. Fuck me, can I play Arena yet? Oh, it didn't even scoff down me fucking chicken nuggets, please.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the last one for this gun. Let me check. And that's just the optics. There's tons of... No, I've still got like 5 more left. Alright, so this is like another ACOG variant.
Do you have any like often viewers on your channel?
No, not really. Oh, yes, I actually kind of do. But they don't typically comment. I got a massive influx with one of my killing floor videos, because I was discussing a, well, not really discussing. I was showing off a glitch for its current event, and a lot of people googled it, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't like a glitch that you exploit. It was a glitch where your challenge wasn't progressing. Yeah, and this is a classic, typical thermal scope, like white overlay. A lot of snipers use scopes similar to this, and it's not fun to play ground war when snipers are the only things people really use, because super long range. But I love the way the scopes see like the collisions with the guns. Like it sees the smoke and shit, and it sees the muzzle flash, and yeah, I love it. Has similar zoom in as the ACOG as well. And this is another hybrid version. This is the canted hybrid, so it has the reflex and the ACOG, but it has the red dot on the side. There's a thermal variant of this as well, so instead of an ACOG, it's a thermal.
I'm eating my chicken nuggets. I'm back, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Ooh. Oh, I actually never noticed that the stopping round bullets actually increased recoil by a shit ton. Never noticed that. This is another holographic sight. It's, quote, advanced, end quote. And it actually looks kind of cool. I kind of like it, even though it's kind of pointless. It's like a squashed version of the holographic sight. And it's American as well. So, instead of it just being like a weird square, it's like more of a rectangle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's kind of all it is, though.
That video is gonna be like 70 hours long.
Nah, I think we've almost finished for the optics for this gun.
Yeah, okay.
If I went over every attachment, yeah, we'd be here for a couple of years.
And in this
Yeah,
game,
I've only got 2 left.
Yeah, so I'll tell you something in Fortnite. In Fortnite, they've made it so there's this character that you get in the battle pass.
Yeah.
You have to pay for the battle pass. Yeah, there is a free. So there's a free battle pass, and there's a paid for battle pass. And in the paid for battle pass, you get all the skins, you get the rest of it. Full epic gamer experience.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Like, no, sorry. Yeah, I think Black Ops 4 was the first COD game to implement a battle pass. This game has it too. 100 tiers, and there's a free version and a paid version. The free version you can only get 24 free items, but it's all in the same battle pass. So say the first 5 tiers you have to pay for, and then the 6th tier is your first free item. You still need to grind through all those tiers just to get the free item.
Yeah, that's what it's like on Fortnite.
Yeah, and it's excruciatingly painful, and all the good stuff is on the paid version. By design to encourage people to pay. But they also have shit tons of these operator packs and weapon packs and all that kind of crap, and they cycle. They have them on a cycle, so after a couple of weeks maybe they'll switch, and it's to encourage people to impulse buy because they're afraid that it's not going to come back again, so they want to get the pack before it disappears. And it's the same bullshit with the battle pass. Oh, you've only got 50 days left to grind for all this garbage. Oh my god, congratulations, you unlocked a battle pass tier. Unfortunately, you have to pay to actually earn the item.
Yeah, and with Fortnite, so
yeah,
you have to. They fucking teach you every time you go into Battle Pass now. So it goes, oh, you got this item from this game. Guess what else you can get? And it shows you everything that you have enough tiers for, but you have to pay to get it.
Oh yeah.
And then Jake's just like, oh, rub it in you chubby little cunts.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They want you to pay. They want your money. And they're fucking with you mentally to get the money out of you. And all the players are kids. And the kids like, Mom, I want that custom skin. Give me fucking V-Bucks. And all that crap. And it works though. Because they know that kids want everything. They want instant gratification. The game's telling you you're missing out on stuff. You don't want to miss out on stuff. So what are you gonna do? You're more likely to pay. And it attacks your psychological tics as well. Fear of missing out. If you see someone else that's got it, and you know that the chance to get it isn't there forever, because once the battle pass ends, like the season's finished, that's it. There's a new battle pass. You miss out on the shit unless they decide to bring it back. And they know that tactic works. That's why they keep employing it, and that's why every other fucking game is now copying that same transaction model. And this game does it too. Sometimes they bring back old stuff from previous seasons and they give it to you for free, which I kind of like. So, like the Flood MP5 that I got, that was a gun that I got out of a free bundle. But that was from Season 1, and we're currently in Season 3. Yeah. But I don't really know how they control it.
Every kid wants the winner game wider and the weak one expert. Best game ever. So they're two of the rarest skins in the game.
Oh yeah.
Only came out once for 1 day.
Oh wow.
At the start of the game.
That's the definition of artificial scarcity.
My friend, like, he's fucking retarded. Not actually, but like, he falls for anything.
Oh, you talking about Jake, are you?
No. I mean, he falls for your dick, but we won't talk about that.
The last scope for the M13 is the variable zoom sniper scope, which is pretty sick. If I put the gun on semi-auto, I can treat it just like a sniper or a marksman rifle, and it makes it a lot more accurate for a full 30 bullet magazine. And like, if I wanted to turn this into a DMR, I would have a barrel that has better bullet velocity and damage range. I'd have a foregrip that makes it easier for recoil control and aim stability. I can change the bullet type, although I don't know if this one's would be good. Yeah, no, that should be fine. You can have gun perks as well, so you can change how the gun works sometimes. Like, you can have sleight of hand, you can have more money, which gives you increased headshot XP. You can change the gun into a 3-round burst. You can have FMJ.
I was going to a game with a level 151. And I'm level 13.
Welcome to my life. When I first started playing this game, I was a level 12 and I was playing against all level 155s, which is the max level for the season. I had a KD of 2.4 at the start out of my first 2 games, and now it's down to a 1.6. The game's fucked. Alright, so I just switched the gun out. Like, I just put tons of attachments to make it more viable as like a DMR. I've got nothing to test it with, but I can switch it to semi-auto, and now I can do a ton more damage at range. And I have the scope to make it easier to see down range. I've got the ammunition that does more damage at range. I've got the long barrel that does more damage at range and increases bullet velocity, so the damage, like, I don't really know how the gun works, but I guess it actually just makes all the guns as projectiles and not just hit markers now.
Okay.
Yeah, but as a side effect, it's a lot slower, so you move slower, the aim down sight speed's slower. Yeah. So almost everything has a pro and a con, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. More in depth. Makes it so that your choices actually feel like they matter with your gun.
Yeah, because like there's some shit like, just like, oh, you're gonna go there? Oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go there. And then you got 2 different pros and cons. No, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do that, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
so,
well, for the... Hey?
Is there a muzzle brake on that game?
A what?
A muzzle brake? Something like that?
Muzzle brake? Oh yeah, there's heaps of different muzzles. You've got a tactical suppressor, which reduces sound, but slows down aim down sight speed and aim walking steadiness. You've got a flash guard, so muzzle flash concealment, but it reduces your muzzle, your bullet velocity. You have a muzzle brake, which helps with recoil stabilization, but it reduces your aim down sight speed and your aiming stability. You have a breacher device, which enables one-hit melee kills, but it also reduces your aim down sight speed and your aim walking steadiness. You have a lightweight suppressor, which reduces sound suppression but reduces your damage range. You have a compensator, which helps with recoil control, but it reduces your aim down sight speed and your aiming stability. You have a monolithic suppressor, which reduces sound suppression. Increases your damage range, but it reduces your aim down sight speed and your aim walking steadiness. And some guns have more or less, like with pistols and some SMGs, you also have an oil can suppressor, which
What's an oil can suppressor?
it's attached to it's from the campaign really. It's just a massive oil can from a bike or a car, and you attach it to your gun, and when you aim down sights, you can't see where you're shooting. Because it's that big. It helps with sound suppression, but you can't see shit. Unless you have an optic. It's a gimmick, really. There's a glitch in the game currently. It tells you that you have better damage range, but it's not meant to do that. It's actually meant to tell you that you have less damage range. Because, you know, Infinity War, they've always got to have something that's broken. And like with the 725, I can get hit markers with it from really decent distances without any attachments. Like this is no attachments, and you can see that the pellets hit the wall, and I can increase like you have muzzles that can increase damage range in tighter hit pellet spread or wider pellet spread, like a choke for an example. I can have a barrel that increases damage range and tighter pellet spread even further. You can have slug rounds, so one shot kill if you can hit him with it, typically. You can have lasers, which increases like aim down sight speed and hipfire accuracy.
Oh, apparently there's a fucking concert out the front of my house. Fuck me.
Jake's doing, is it?
And I fucked it up this time, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, and you're my dear.
Alright, so I just customized the Olympia. I'm going to die so I can spawn in with the new gun. Alright. Alright, so I've got the gun with the longer barrel and shit. I want to see if I can actually hit it from here.
I've got 5 kills off.
I don't think I hit it from there. No, it doesn't look like I hit it from there. Okay, so maybe it does have a damage fall off point as well. Either that or I just can't fucking see for shit. Oh yeah, no, I can't see for shit. The gun, the wall's not very good for showing the bullet, the pellet hits. Let me get to a wood surface.
Oh my god, I shot all of that kid's head.
Okay.
Oh, he was level 115! Fuck off!
Oh, I think that just hit. Did that hit? Wow, yeah, okay, so in this map, it's a DLC map, it's called Hovek Sawmill, right? I'm standing in the middle of a map, and I shot a wall from a pretty much assault rifle range, right? And I still got pellets to hit the wall. I don't know how much damage they'd do to a player, but you'd still get a hit marker from that range. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Obviously, because of the range, the pellets are relatively spread out. So, it probably wouldn't kill someone. But you can shoot the gun really fast, and there's 2 shells, like an Olympia.
Aww, this kid hit me for so much damage. I'm shocked. So there's a grappling hook. In this game, it's pretty much a grappling hook. It's called the harpoon gun.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And you can like grab people with it and yank them over to you. It does
Oh,
75 damage. I just hit that kid for 75. And then I pickaxe him. Pickaxe is like a weapon. But it's like... It does 20 damage. You have a full 200 damage in health. Like fully, like with full white health and blue health. Blue shield, white is like just like, I don't know how to say it.
I don't know what you're saying. I have yeah.
And you have a full 200 and the pickaxe does 20. It used to do 10, but they've made it 20 so it's actually possible. Yeah, so it's actually possible to get a kill with a pickaxe. And this YouTuber, I really like him. He's a funny as fuck YouTuber. He did pickaxe only with his whole squad and won the game.
I wonder how many attempts he took to actually get the win.
Oh yeah, there was about 8 hours because this YouTuber is dedicated as fuck. Because he loves like Fortnite and he loves all that shit. Always been like that. And he just he's been doing YouTube for like a couple years now. Not couple, like fucking you would have heard of him before, don't worry.
What's his name then?
Laserbeam.
Laserbeam.
You've definitely heard of him.
No, I haven't heard of him. Is he only Fortnite? Because if he's only Fortnite, I wouldn't have given a shit.
Yeah, he's only... No, he does. He used to do a lot of construction, destroying stuff with construction tools on his old channel, because he was a construction worker.
Oh, okay.
And he used to, like...
Is that why his name's Laserbeam?
No, that's an old... I watched a YouTube video on it the other day, actually. It's an old RuneScape name that he had.
Oh, wow.
He didn't know, like, what to name anything, so he just fucking made it Laserbeam.
Interesting.
And most Fortnite YouTubers do come from RuneScape and shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be
Well, I
surprised.
suppose because of how popular RuneScape was back then, it'd make a little bit of sense. Alright, I'm gonna end the game there. I'm gonna put it on YouTube so you can watch it. I mean, I can't really explain everything. Like, it's easier for you to get the, like, do it yourself. In custom games, you have all attachments available to you, but in public matches, you have to wait a long time. I died 27 times. That's how many optics there were. Minus a few, because I probably died a couple of times without thinking. But yeah, every gun has a different set. The P90 has a unique optic